Right, guys, we are back for the second half, and the second half is about to begin, and the players are back onto the pitch. So let's see what will happen. Can Manchester United find something in this game where they can get a win, where they can find the goal? And the match has kicked off, the match has begun. It is Manchester United against Fulham in the second half. The first half wasn't that exceptional in terms of getting clean chances. There were some chances which would have excited United fans, but none whatsoever where you could have resulted in something fruitful. Now, Casemiro has been fouled, who's holding his ankle and he's down on the ground. So United wouldn't want another injury, but he's still down on the ground. He seems to be in pain over there, and Erik Ten Hag is once again having a word with the fourth official. He's not happy with the tackle over there. So let's see what will happen. Guys, please do subscribe to Football Gupshup. Please do press that like button as well. It'll be really nice and really kind if you guys can please subscribe to Football Gupshup. We are really trying our best to grow this channel on YouTube platform. So please, guys, do subscribe to Football Gupshup. And right now, we can see the likes of Fulham once again restarting the game, trying to go forward over here, still on the possession. And right now, chance coming in for Fulham. Harry Maguire closing that ball down. Ball goes out. A corner kick comes in for Fulham. Manchester United nil, Fulham nil. And I think Casemiro is still out. He comes back in. So a corner kick coming in right now for Fulham. Uh, Manchester United need to be at their very best. Fulham can do score from this chance. Oh, Tosin comes in, and luckily it was Rashford who was covering him. And nothing comes to the end of it. The ball goes beyond everyone. And Tosin was about to make that connection. It hits the ground and then it goes out. And it will be a goal kick for United. 47 minutes in. Manchester United nil, Fulham nil. And this will be interesting. So let's see what will happen. Right now, Manchester United once again trying to go forward. It is Onana. Onana once again on the ball, pushing that ball forward in towards Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes once again on the ball, giving it to Garnacho. And 48 minutes in, Manchester United nil, Fulham nil. Right now, Casemiro giving that ball back to Maguire to Lindelof. Lindelof right now to Maguire. Maguire giving it to Rafael Varane. Varane once again giving it to Onana. Onana right now trying to go forward. In towards Garnacho. Once again, Fulham trying to push that ball forward. And the play goes down on the ground. It will be a clash. Casemiro and Reed down on the ground. Casemiro once again down. 49 minutes in, Manchester United nil, Fulham nil. And Erik Ten Hag, once again, you can see is quite restless because he wouldn't want to get another injury. Right now, Marco Silva giving instructions to Robinson, and you can see that Muniz as well getting instructions from Marco Silva. Now, medics are onto the pitch. Both Fulham and Manchester United player Casemiro and Reed are getting a treatment. And there was a clash of head, so there is a stoppage in game. Right now, we'll be giving you the updates for the other games. Aston Villa 3, Nottingham Forest nil. Whereas Brighton nil, Everton nil. You can see there is 3 games being played at the same time. And Crystal Palace nil, Burnley nil. Crystal Palace have got a new manager, whereas Burnley are down to 10 men. there was a red card in the game. So that is the case. You can see Erik Ten Hag having a word with one of his coaches. Scott McTominay warming up. He's about to come on. I think Erik Ten Hag has asked him to change, so you'll see Scott McTominay might be coming on for Manchester United. And 51 minutes in, the medics are still on the ground over there on the pitch, and you can see that they are treating the players. Casemiro is getting a treatment. He is being checked by the doctors. Nottingham Forest have scored 2 goals, guys, and Nottingham Forest scored 2 goals against Aston Villa, and it is Aston Villa 3, Nottingham Forest 2. So there you go, guys. Fulham once again trying to push that ball forward. They have restarted the game. It is Alex Iwobi trying to go forward over here. So let's see what will happen. Once again, Iwobi right now on the ball. Putting that cross in. It is Casemiro, Rafael Varane. Giving it to Bruno. Coming in towards Eriksen. Right now, Diego Dalot. Diego Dalot right now on the ball. Goes long. Bruno Fernandes once again giving it to Kobe Mainu. Rafael Varane. Lindelof back to Onana. Back to Maguire. Coming into Eriksen. Let's see, let's see. Thank you, Kenji Roberto de Araujo Ramos. Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Cómo estás? And Once again, cross comes in and the ball goes towards Fulham. They're putting a cross in. Now there's a header, goes beyond, and it'll be a goal kick for United. Por favor, subscribe Kenji Roberto. Once again, Fulham trying to penetrate United's attack. So let's see what will happen. Right now, Harry Maguire trying to push that ball forward into Lindelof. Lindelof right now with the ball. Let's see what can he do. Garnacho back to Maguire. Maguire right now on the ball. And let's see what's going to happen over here. Once again, Eriksen. Right now, Fulham have got a chance, and Lindelof makes sure that Pereira couldn't get to the end of it. And that was really, really good defending by Lindelof and Manchester United. Otherwise, Fulham have they would have certainly scored the goal. So once again, right now Manchester United trying to find that space, but Fulham once again trying to intercept. They have got the possession, and Pereira got plenty of space. Wilson, Pereira trying to find Iwobi, but the ball goes out. It'll be another corner kick. And just Pereira right now. I think Fulham are in similar situation as United are, where they do get those kind of chances, but they can't get the end product, which is finishing, like which is a cut clear chance, and that is where both of the teams are struggling. That they seem to be trying their very best, but for some reason it isn't working for them. It isn't happening, and that is the really interesting thing. But anyway, let's see what will happen once more. And once again, ball comes inside. Fulham trying to go for that cross. Once again, the ball has gone out. Manchester United nil, Fulham nil. 58 minutes coming onto the clock. You can see Marco Silva. It's raining quite heavily now. Lindelof once again on the ball, trying to go forward, still on the possession, giving it to Maguire. Maguire right now giving it to Rafael Varane. Varane once again trying to go forward, giving it back to Maguire. Maguire right now going forward, pushing that ball all the way onto the right hand side, but nobody gets to the end of it. It is the goalkeeper who receives the ball. Once again, it is Wilson pushing that ball into Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi right now running forward onto the left hand side. Once again on the ball, playing that ball in. Moniz, very well tackled by Harry Maguire, giving it to Rashford. I mean, United attack is really toothless in terms of when you don't have Hoyland, when you don't have an out and out striker. I mean, Rashford is playing up front, but he is offering us nothing. I mean, Garnacho is isolated on the left hand side. Once again, Rashford trying to beat his man, unable to do so. I mean, Pereira gets away from Rashford. He gets away from Eriksen. And the time I do remember by, which was when United used to have Andres Pereira in midfield, and he was a rubbish of a footballer. Whereas United, I think, you know what Sir Jim Ratcliffe have said apparently that there have been so many good managers, world class managers who have come into United, the likes of Louis Van Gaal, the likes of Jose Mourinho, the likes of Eric Ten Hag. The reason they haven't worked is because it has to do with the environment. Now, when he meant was environment, he goes on to say that he's not going to pinpoint to anyone in the club. Now, I do understand the reason he's saying so, but when he talks about environment, environment is made by people. Environment is made by the staff behind the scenes. It's made by the staff which are on the scene, like the coaching staff, as well as the players who are on the pitch. So for me, the people, the personnel who aren't good enough, who aren't the United standards, they should be shown the way out of the club. And for me, I think if there is a player who is not performing, it can be anyone. It can be a defender, it can be a midfielder, it can be a forward, it could be a fan favorite, it could be anyone. If they're not doing good, if they're not performing, then there is no reason for them to stay at the club. And if United will not pursue this policy, they will not find success. I remember back in the days of Sir Alex Ferguson, he used to be very brutal, very, very brutal. He didn't care. He didn't care whatever the reason was or whatever the cause was. Now, he did understand the reason that he needs to have good players. He understood what did Cristiano offered. He understood what Wayne Rooney offered. He understood what Carlos Tevez offered. But he wasn't shy from the fact that if he wants to get rid of them, he used to get rid of them. If he thinks that the player is not good enough, he used to get rid of them. Remember Jap Stamp? Remember Ruud van Nistelrooy? Remember the likes of Roy Keane? He didn't care if there was a player who wasn't up to the level where United wanted to be. You can call it controversial. Like Roy Keane leaving the club was controversial. You could say David Beckham leaving Manchester United was controversial. But if you look at the other players who left the club, not all of them were controversial. They were not scandals. They were not some tabloid stories. It always had to do with the performance. If Sir Alex Ferguson felt that the player isn't performing, he used to be brutal. He used to cut them off. Same things needs to be happening right now with this current squad, because you're watching this game and what you're feeling is that Fulham are much more probable in terms of getting a goal first. Whereas United, they had some chances, but they are more of about luck, that if you get a clean shot, you might be able to score. But whereas Fulham, you can see their players, they want to get something. Marco Silva and Eric Ten Hag, if you keep them out, and if you look just at the players, you can see the way both sets of players are approaching this game. For United, you will find very few players. You can see Kobe Mainu, he is trying. You can see Harry Maguire, he is trying. You can see Lindelof, he is trying. You can see Rafael Varane, he is trying. You can see Dalot, he is trying. But when you see the likes of Rashford, you find that he isn't able to do what he's supposed to do. When you see the likes of now United, once again, they build up this attack and another chance goes begging by. Fulham have got the ball. This is what I'm talking about. Now, Rashford, you can clearly see that he's not being effective. Bruno Fernandes, he's not being effective. Forson earlier, he wasn't being effective. You know, Eriksen, who's just come in now, he's not being effective. So the question comes to your mind is, why aren't Manchester United players as a unit, as a team, aren't able to do what the other team are doing to them? And it's because some of the players they're switched on and some of the players they're switched off. There is no consistency. There is never a match where you find 11 out of 11 players they're switched on. That needs to change. That needs to change, none whatsoever. And let's see if that will happen. So once again, Manchester United nil, Fulham nil, and we are watching this game Once again, cross comes in and shot, and Fulham have scored. That's what I was saying to you guys. Fulham have scored, and it's a defender who have scored from the corner kick, not from a header, not from the header, from the foot, from the foot. So you can imagine how bad United are. So I'm not questioning the defense. I'm not questioning Onana. They have been pretty good. I'm questioning over players who are in the middle, who are switched off, who haven't been able to get something. And Fulham deserve this goal. If Fulham go on to win this game, they deserve this win because they are the team who are working hard for every single gameplay. Anyway, Fulham have taken the lead and United have conceded. There you go. Fulham won, Manchester United nil. And Marco Silva celebrating over there. Basi scoring in the 65 minute. Once again, Lindelof trying to go forward, and you can see Aston Villa have scored the fourth goal, guys. And right now, Eric Ten Hag Andres Pereira, who's been quite sensational for Fulham, is about to come off. And I mean, United, they've been really, really poor, guys. They've been really, really poor. This is a sort of game where you can take the advantage and you can kind of build up from here. But it seems to me that United players are not wise enough to understand the fact that they need to do something over here. But once again, United conceding a goal, and it is Fulham once again trying to have a go at them. Bruno Fernandes lets go of Iwobi, who goes beyond him. Lindelof tried to make a clearance, and once again there has been a shot by Reed. It goes beyond, and it will be a goal kick. 68 minutes in, 68 minutes in, guys, and that means United have got around 22. There was a big stoppage in game as well. I could say around 6 minutes. So United have got around half an hour to turn this game around. And eight, there you go, guys. This is an interesting stat which has come up on the screen. 8 chances for each of the teams in the first half. And in the second half, Fulham have got 6 chances. Do you know, guys, how many chances have United got? Zero. Zero chances for United to have on the goal. And now Scott McTominay wins the ball, gives it to Garnacho. Garnacho puts in a cross, and the ball has gone out. There was a deflection, a corner kick coming in for United. It seems that United are really, really not turned on today. The switch is off. They're not performing. And Crystal Palace have just scored a goal. They have scored a goal against Burnley, guys. So there you go. Short corner kick taken, comes into Rashford. Bruno Fernandes goes for a cross. That will be another corner kick for Manchester United. So Crystal Palace scoring the goal against 10 men Burnley. And it is Crystal Palace 1, Burnley nil. A corner kick coming in for United once more. Bruno Fernandes is about to take this corner kick. Corner kick comes in. And what was that? What was that? Kobe Mainu goes for a volley shot, but apparently something happened and the ref has blown the whistle. It's a free kick. Don't know what happened over there, but anyway, free kick. Was it a free kick or what? Eric Ten Hag once again standing on the sideline over there. And once again, it is Fulham on the ball, trying to push it forward. Mooney is trying to get away. Lindelof recovers it, gives it to Rafael Varane. Varane has got Garnacho now. United have switched the positions of the players. Garnacho has gone onto the right wing, whereas Rashford has gone onto the left. McTominay has gone into the middle, and once again, Garnacho, Bruno. Garnacho has got Rashford behind him. Bruno gives it to Rashford onto the left hand side. Now let's see what can Rashford do. Goes on the out, gives it to Bruno. Bruno, brilliant control, goes for a shot and almost, but the goalkeeper is able to save it. And right, let's see, guys. United are trying their best today, but Leno was very good on it. Lindelof intercepts, gives it to Kobe Mainu. Kobe Mainu gives it to Lindelof. Kobe Mainu giving it to Garnacho. Into McTominay. McTominay movement is really, really good. Garnacho gets away, puts the cross in. Another corner kick coming in. Now, United fans are trying to raise the noise in the stadium. And you can see it was dead silent. I mean, really, really silent. But now United fans are putting some noise in the ground. And Eriksen with a corner kick. Chance comes into Bruno. Bruno goes for a cross. Played away by Kenny right now. Recovered by Dalot. Dalot gives it back to Onana. Onana once again on the ball. Goes long onto the left hand side in towards Lindelof, into Maguire, gives it to Garnacho. Garnacho right now on the ball. Rashford goes inside, goes for a shot, and the goalkeeper saves it. That was a very good spell of pressure from United. Right now it is Bruno Fernandes putting that ball across into Maguire, and it is Garnacho goes for a shot, and it goes wide, but the whistle was blown. There was a call made by the ref because he thinks that there was a foul made by Maguire while jumping up in the air, and they're showing that replay once more. Crystal Palace has scored another goal, guys. Crystal Palace have just scored another goal. It is Crystal Palace 2, Burnley 0. And right now, 73 minutes in, Manchester United 0, Fulham 1. Once again, there is stoppage in game. I'm sure the amount of times the game has been stopped, it might go up to 10 minutes, and I won't be surprised that it goes up to 10 minutes. So let's see, guys. In the meanwhile, please do subscribe to Football Gupshup. It'll be really nice and really kind if you guys can support us by subscribing. Please do give a like as well, and please do keep on giving your votes in the poll. It'll be really nice and really appreciative if you can please give in your votes. Right now, 74 minutes in, and they're showing the replay of that goal from Fulham, and it's quite disappointing to see that United players don't want to win this game. I mean, the body language, the right, you can see some activity taking place on the Fulham bench. And Everton have just scored a goal, guys, in the 73rd minute. And it is Branthwaite, I think. It is, was it Branthwaite? Yeah, it looks like it is Branthwaite. So Everton have scored a goal against Brighton. And it is Brighton 0, Everton 1. The man who's been linked to Manchester United, Branthwaite, have scored the goal for Everton. 75 minutes in, the game has resumed. Fulham once again on the ball. So let's see what can they do. Once again, it is Fulham, and free kick has been awarded. 75 minutes in, Manchester United nil, Fulham 1. Marco Silva. Now that is a worrying side. Adam Traore might come on for Fulham, and you know how good he is. He hasn't been that good for last 2 3 years, but when he used to play for Wolves, he was a good player. But these kind of players, in these kind of games, they can be a deadly assassin. So Garnacho goes in for what kind of cross was that from Garnacho? I mean, that is really ridiculous. He wasted another chance, and the ball goes out. It will be a goal kick for Fulham. So United need to be careful. So let's see, can they manage to find the equalizer? Like looking at the table, United will be in sixth position with 44 points, and seven. They will be 3 points behind Tottenham, but Tottenham will have a game in hand, and Aston Villa will be 8 points ahead of them on 52 points. Right. So Adama Traore comes on for Fulham, and that is a worrying side because we do know that what he tends to do, and he has that tendency where he can produce good. So Marco Silva bringing on Adama Traore, and right now Fulham are about to take this goal kick. Leno goes long all the way onto the left hand side. Nobody gets to the end of it. The ball goes out for a throw in, and Delo gets the ball. He's looking for an option. I mean, there's no bloody movement from the players where Delo is looking to get a throw in, and there is no combination. Delo has been forced to put a short throw in. He receives the ball back and he gives it to Onana. I mean, that tells you everything that United are really, really poor when it comes to carrying the ball, when it comes to pushing the ball forward into the final third of the pitch. And for some reason, they don't have the confidence. And Garnacho gives that ball away to Kenny. And there is a counter attack right now for Fulham. But United players are trying to come back into their position. Rafael Varane blocking the cross over there. Kenny once again trying to recover it. And Fulham once again pushing that ball back. It is right now. Basi pushing that ball forward, intercepted by Manu. Kobe Minu right now. Eriksen. Eriksen giving it to Bruno. Harry Maguire. Scott McTominay. Eriksen. I mean, what kind of pass was that from Scott McTominay to Eriksen? And now Fulham are building their own counter attack. It is Wilson. Shoots. Oh my God, guys. Fulham were about to get their second goal, and wow, unbelievable. United were about to concede another goal, and unbelievable stuff. So right now, Eriksen once again on the ball. Let's see what can he do. Trying to take that ball forward. McTominay, Lindelof, McTominay once again to Eriksen. Eriksen into Dalot. I mean, Rashford is in the box. McTominay is in the box. Why isn't the cross coming in now? Lindelof, Garnacho. Garnacho inside the box, goes for a shot, wins another corner kick. I mean, Garnacho keeps on winning these corner kicks, but nothing is being coming out of those corner kicks. I mean, no positive chance has come out from these corner kicks, and Harry Maguire right there. Eriksen goes for a cross, and Maguire misses it. Oh my God, Maguire misses it. Oh my God, Maguire misses a header. It was a clean header. There was no one around him, and he misses the best chance of the game. Oh my God. He beats Tosin over there. All he had to do was Kobe Mino being substituted. Floodgates have been opened for Crystal Palace. It is Crystal Palace 3, Burnley nil, and you can see player coming on for Fulham. Wilson coming off. Right now, ball comes in. It is Fulham. Once again, Manchester United. Fulham once again on the ball. I mean, United have been really, really poor. That finishing, I mean, if Harry Maguire would have scored that, it would have definitely changed things. Once again, United with the ball, pushing that ball forward. It is Fulham once again. Comes into Maguire. Maguire right now into Lindelof. Lindelof right now. Eriksen. Once again, Lindelof. Giving it to Bruno Fernandes. Eriksen into Scott McTominay. McTominay right now. Giving it to Amad Diallo. Eriksen into Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire right now giving it to Garnacho. Garnacho being fouled and Diop was one. But Traore is away on that right wing, puts a cross in all the way onto the left was Iwobi. Amad Diallo comes in and beats Iwobi over there, wins the ball back, gives it to Dalot, Dalot into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes puts the ball all the way onto the left hand side, but Fulham are able to win the ball back. Bruno Fernandes plays that ball in onto the left hand side. Can Garnacho reach to it? He doesn't, and the ball goes out for a throw in. 83 minutes in, Manchester United nil, Fulham 1. Guys, you know what? There is plenty of time. All that United need to do is get a clean chance and score from it. There is plenty of time. All they had to do is find a clean chance and just make sure that you finish it properly. Harry Maguire had a chance where he could have, I mean, he did pretty good in terms of getting away from Tosin and getting a header. All he had to do was angle it, and it would have gone into the goal. Nothing that Leno could have done over there. I think Leno was beaten. Every Fulham player in that scenario was beaten, but we couldn't score the goal because our finishing was poor. Anyway, right now Rafael Varane once again trying to go forward in towards Rafael Varane. Rafael Varane giving it to Eriksen. Eriksen looking forward in towards Lindelof, Bruno, Lindelof, Rashford. Lindelof trying to get to the end of it. Eriksen beats his man. McTominay, Eriksen, Dalot plays it to Diallo, but it goes beyond everyone. And Erik Ten Hag is saying attack, 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 penetrate, penetrate, penetrate. And you can see the fans are quite frustrated. Right now, Rafael Varane trying to combat the play over there, but anyway, throw in has been given. Once again, Manchester United have got the ball, giving it to Maguire, Maguire to Ericsson. Ericsson right now trying to go forward, has got the ball, gives it to Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire right now playing it to Rafael Varane, giving it to Delo. Delo into Ahmad. Ahmad needs to do something here today. I mean, we've seen the likes of Garnacho doing special, Rashford doing something special, Hoyland doing something special. Now Ahmad needs to do something here today. Can he do something? We'll see. Eriksen intercepts, gives it to Delo, into Rafael Varane, into Eriksen. Eriksen right now giving it to Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire once again into Rafael Varane. Varane once again on the ball. Has got Delo. Gives it to Ahmad. Gives it to Eriksen. Bruno needs to come in deep right now. Eriksen trying to find Bruno, and Bruno was far away, and Fulham were able to block it. Right now, throw-in about to come in. Garnacho, Eriksen, Varane, Delo. Burnley have scored one goal back. Cross comes in. Amad Diallo chases it down. Harry Maguire. And once again, Bruno on the ball. Takes a shot, and Harry Maguire scores! He's equalized, and it's a goal. Manchester United have equalized, guys. Manchester United have equalized. What a goal that is. And Manchester United have equalized, guys. And he's onside. And he is onside. Now Manchester United need to do something over here. Can they do something? Now Rashford, Bruno, Garnacho need to do something special over here. If they can, then they can redeem themselves for how poor they have been in this game. I mean, nothing from our front three today. And let's see if United can do something. Let's see how much stoppage time do we get over here. I think it's going to be a lot of stoppage time. So let's see. Once again, ball comes in towards Rafael Varane, trying to win that ball once more. It is Harry Maguire once again playing that ball into Lindelof. Lindelof, 9 minutes stoppage time given. 9 minutes stoppage time given, guys. I told you it would be plenty. There is plenty of time. And once again, Dalot playing that into Eriksen. Put in a perfect cross and nobody was in there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Once again, Leno has been shown a yellow card, but right now, United need to do something over here because they've got plenty of time now. They can score that second goal. All they have to do is be very effective and very efficient. And if they can do that, then it will be pretty good. Let's see once again. Chance for United. Diallo trying to find Rashford. And Bruno Fernandes is still down. Delo with the ball. Eriksen, Lindelof with it. Oh my god. Now Onana is with the ball, and let's see what can he do. Bruno Fernandes is still in pain, and he's still in pain. It looks like he's still in pain, but anyway, uh, he's still in pain. He can't continue. I think he can't continue. And it is Maguire giving it to Eriksen. Dalot giving it to Rafael Varane. Varane giving it to Amad Diallo. Dalot into Varane, giving it to Amad Diallo, giving it to Eriksen. Eriksen playing on the left was Garnacho, has got Lindelof. And once again giving it to Eriksen. Eriksen will play it across. It was Bruno. Eriksen once again winning the ball back. And right now it's Bruno. Bruno goes for a shot. And the goalkeeper saves it, ball on the rebound. Diop clears that ball away. And wow. Now corner kick coming in for United. Let's see what will happen. Cross comes in, United with a header. Diallo. Another corner kick for United. Once again, United trying to win that ball back. Fulham, Kearney, United unable to stop it. Now Fulham are having a go. Cross coming in, and the ball goes wide. Muniz was the one. Manchester United once again trying to go forward. Delo into Bruno. Into Lindelof. Lindelof, can he get there? He can put play, but he doesn't. And the ball goes out. Lindelof trying to get back into his position. Right now, Adama Traore going forward. And Fulham have scored. Oh my God. United have conceded. Hi, JSK. Thank you very much for tuning in. Uh, Fulham have just scored a goal, guys. He has just scored a goal. Uh, Alex Iwobi scoring for Fulham. And United have just conceded. Iwobi scoring, I think, in the 97th minute, or was it 96th? Uh, Today, United were pretty poor. And Brighton have just equalized, guys. Brighton have just equalized. Everton conceding similar fashion the way United conceded. And Lindelof comes off. Anthony comes in. That's it, guys. You know what? United, when it comes to finishing the game, they're pretty much not good enough. I mean, today they were really, really off. At one moment, it was 68 minutes into the game, and a stat came up where it said that in the first half, United and Fulham had 8 chances, and in the second half, it was Fulham who had 6 chances, and United had 0 chances. So that tells you everything that if you look at this game, United players, you don't have that consistency. It's sometimes that they are turned off, sometimes they are turned on, and it's really, really poor. It's really abysmal. And today, like Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, and Garnacho, they were really, really poor. Like, I mean, if you have to give a rating, I wouldn't give them more than two. I mean, all three of them, they were really poor. Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, and Garnacho. Uh, Once again, Bruno Fernandes pushing that ball forward. I think the ref has just had a look on the watch and he might blow the whistle now. Bruno Fernandes gets a yellow card and Scott McTominay giving it to Anthony. Anthony into Garnacho, and Garnacho being fouled. And that's it, guys. It's all over. It's all over. It is full time. Manchester United losing against Fulham. And the run has come to an end. Alex Iwobi scoring in the stoppage time in the 97th minute of the game. And Fulham getting a, I would say, a famous win, but really, really poor from United players. And really, really poor from United players. Once again, full time it is. Manchester United 1, Fulham 2. And Eric Ten Hag, you can see the cameras are on him. And of course, everybody is going to question the manager. Everybody will ask questions about him. But I mean, it's a question of like, what else can you do? Leno really had a good game today as well for Fulham. And it's just like, talking about things about in this game. United didn't have that cutting edge. I mean, when Hoyland is playing, you can see that he's making those darting runs. He is trying to do something. It's not that he's just like a headless chicken. You can see the purpose in his game. But when you look at the likes of Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, and Garnacho, it's Garnacho who tends to do that a little bit. But when it comes to Bruno Fernandes, when it comes to Rashford, both of them, they've been really poor. And I think that for United, because they haven't been blessed in that department where they have those attacking options, United, you could say they cannot go on in this manner. If you would think that you would be waiting on the likes of Bruno Fernandes to perform, if you would be waiting on Rashford to perform, they will keep on giving these kind of performances. In every normal team, what tends to happen is that what you tend to do is, if Rashford isn't performing or if Bruno isn't performing, you would take them out and you would get two players on the bench and you would put them in. You could you could say it's a rotation policy, but I think it's more about who is good in the moment rather than, oh, we have an option on the bench. So you can kind of build up an environment with this much more competition for the places. And we watch every single week these games where Manchester United players, they don't tend to have this kind of consistency, and it is only due to the fact that there is not a healthy competition for the players in between themselves. If they tend to find those kind of options where Rashford will be thinking, you know what, oh, there is somebody sitting on the bench, and you know what, the manager might fancy him instead of me, so I need to turn up my performance now. I need to go a little step forward, a little step ahead, and I need to think of something else. Otherwise, there is already a guy sitting on the bench, and he will be playing instead of me. Now, because he is not in that scenario, he looks at the bench and he goes like, you know what? There's nobody else to replace me. Manager has got no choice other than to play me. So you know what? I will give a try. I will give my best, but you know what? There is no driving energy. Like there is no desperation that you know what? I might lose my place, and there is no fear. And fear is always good. And in this case scenario, you can watch that the standard of United is dropping every single season, and you can say that the owners aren't investing in the team. But now, when this new, you could say, administration who have come in, like Ineos, Sir Jim Radcliffe, and he's getting all these football men in Berada, in the likes of Dan Ashford, Wilcox, and some other people as well. It's you can get those guys in, but it won't be fruitful until and unless you start to address the problems. And for that is that you need to have a good squad rather than a good 11. Because if you haven't got a good squad, we will get these inconsistencies where you win one week and in the other week you lose. And you can go away, get a big result, and when you come back and play in home, there is no performance. So hopefully, like for me, if everybody would say, the manager is to be blamed, I don't think so that he's to be blamed. Because the reason is, when Erik Ten Hag came in last season, first of all, when he came in, everybody had that Ajax who played in Champions League semi-final, and they were about to get to the final, and everybody thought, you know what, he's a good manager. He has won a Eredivisie, he has won title in Netherlands, and he was about to get into the Champions League final, and he is one of those guys who is up and coming. And tactically, if you see his football, it's a kind of football which is attractive football. Now, for his football, which you have seen in Ajax, you would remember that he had personnel who used to play that kind of football. And he had that kind of environment where he was supplied by those kind of players who could play in that system. Whereas he has walked into United and there is no system. There is no consistency. There are no good performers. I mean, Martial graph line is going down. Rashford graph line is going down. Bruno graph line is going down. Garnacho, although he's done good last season, he's doing good this season. Who knows? Maybe if he stays in this environment, his graph will also go down. And in order to change, you need to change things. You need to keep on circulating. You need to get rid of players. You need to bring in new players. You need to ask your coaching staff and your manager that, you know what, we have to find the winning formula. And in order to do that, we will help you in order to replace players. Now, when it comes to spending, that is something that they can control. Now, if there is a player where they've been valued at like 80 million or 90 million, don't go for that player. Look at Liverpool. They wanted Jude Bellingham. They went in for Bellingham. Borussia Dortmund said, oh, we want 100 plus for Jude Bellingham. Liverpool thought for a moment, although we want Jude Bellingham, we would love anything but just to get Jude Bellingham, but we cannot commit to such a higher fee because we got other things to address as well. And then they went for the players who were decent enough, and they got the likes of Szoboszlai, they got McAllister. It's not only Liverpool. There are many other clubs who tend to do that. Look at Aston Villa. Look at the way they have spent Jack Grealish's money. Look at West Ham. Look at the way they have spent Declan Rice money. And United could learn a bit or two. United need to come out of this mindset where they think that if they go and get a player and straight away they will start winning the Premier League trophies, they will start winning the Champions League trophies, they will get to the Champions League every single season. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to have a formula, and in order to have that formula, you need to get all things correct in every single area, in every single aspect as well. So let's see if United can do that. But for me, I think that Erik Ten Hag should stay as the manager of United, because I have a basic question for every single Manchester United fan. It's a very good question, and I ask it to every single United fan whenever I come across this topic. If you get Jurgen Klopp or if you get Pep Guardiola, right? If you get those two managers and give them this squad, do you think, can this squad win a Premier League trophy? Do you think they can challenge for the title? Do you think that they can challenge for the Champions League? I don't think so. These players or the club at this very moment, even if you get Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola, they're not going to win anything. So you have to change things around. You have got a good manager. Trust me, Erik Ten Hag is a very good manager. You need to give him some time. I was looking at Mikel Arteta, Mikel Arteta, if you go on to Wikipedia, look at where did Arsenal finish with Mikel Arteta in the first season, then look in the second season. And then you will see that Arsenal only started to perform in his third season, which was the last season, where they were close to winning the Premier League title, but in the end they didn't. And this season, once again, they are trying to challenge the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool. Look at Jurgen Klopp, first two seasons, and then the season after those seasons. You need to give time to a manager. I mean, if you get rid of this manager, who are you going to bring on? Are you going to bring on Tuchel? Okay, let's say if you want to bring Tuchel in, Tuchel will go and he will have a look at the squad and say, you know what, I need to bring in 3 or 4 or 5 players. And once you commit to buy those 4 or 5 players alongside the football director or whatsoever, and let's see if Tuchel isn't able to get results similar way as Eric Ten Hag is not getting the results, then you will get rid of him. Then who will you go for? Nagelsmann. Okay, Nagelsmann, same. Then the thing is, we have to give some time to the manager. The manager needs to get a little bit of time. You have to give him some time. So Alex Ferguson didn't win anything in his first season, so you have to give him time as well. So for me, I don't think so that you should call out for the manager's head. You need to give him some time. You need to make him feel that, you know what, you are a steward of the club. You don't have to worry about it. Focus on building up this team. Focus on getting performances. We need to get performances. You work on that. Forget every single thing. We're going to help you in this department. We're going to help you in this department. You don't need to worry. Your job is to get the best out of the squad. Don't have to worry about anything else. You don't want this player? Okay, let's see what can we do about this. You don't want this player? Okay, let's see what can we do about this. What do you want? You want this? Okay. How about this is the best we can do this for you? Right. You're not going to get everything, but we can make this thing happen for you. What do you think about this? You have to keep your manager. Otherwise, I mean, we got rid of Louis Van Gaal, we got rid of David Moyes, we got rid of Jose Mourinho, we got rid of Ole Solskjaer. I mean, by this rate, you know what? We're not going to win for the next 20 years. Forget 10 years. We're not going to win this Premier League title or whatever you call any other trophy. It's just the thing is you have to give some time to the manager. Anyway, guys, once again, I would like to appreciate for those of you who have tuned in. Uh, the poll was Manchester United. Majority of you were United fans, and once again, guys, I want to give a big thanks for those who have voted in, and especially to those who have given in those likes as well. Please, guys, do subscribe to Football Gupshup. We tend to do these kind of content where we do these watch along. We also tend to do other related football content as well, and hopefully, I'll see you guys soon. We'll see if we'll be able to do Arsenal, Newcastle United as well, which is being, I think it's going to be right after Bournemouth and Manchester City game. So we'll see if we can do that watch along as well. Once again, guys, if you do like our content, please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice one, guys. Take care. Bye bye.